everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm just gonna do another texturing tutorial for you guys. I'm getting ready for an event that starts tomorrow, so I just am gonna throw some stuff together in Photoshop because I'm late, but I figured might as well go ahead and turn on the recorder and show you guys how I do this, since everybody is just dying to know how I do this. It's nice to be wanted. It's just, this is a very different way that everybody wants to see what I do. So I'm just trying to get used to it. It is a good thing. It is a good thing. Okay, so see, not a teacher. Basically all I did is put that ambient occlusion, that light map, on top of the provided texture, just because I actually don't want that. I'd like to keep that. And as you guys know, if you watched any of the other texturing tutorials, I like to make this light map brighter. This is a tad too dark, so I'm just gonna, I went up to levels, and I'm just gonna play with these sliders until I'm happy with the result, which right about there. I don't want it too glowy because I really don't want it to look plastic. Okay, so what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna go to my patterns and I'm gonna find that cotton pattern that I always use. There it is. And press OK. I'm going to convert to Smart Object and then rasterize that. And then I'm going to come in here to blur, motion blur, and that's too much, so I'm going to lower that down just to fix all the little imperfections, and I'm going to change this to multiply. Looks good. I want to use a texture that I've already used before, but I don't know if I have copies of them, so I might have to make new ones. Looking. Let's see if these are nice. I think I can, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can modify this. Okay, so basically I want to make a bandana top. I make these quite often for all of my releases. I think these are so cute. They work perfectly most of the time, and actually that was pretty simple, but let's see if we're really going to get out of it that easy. I don't think so. So this right here would be the strap, so let me fix that. I doubt that's going to be that easy to do, but we can try. Just filled this area with a color, and I'm going to switch this to multiply, but I think I'm going to lighten it just a little bit because it looks darker. The color that I'm trying to pick from is right in here, so I'm trying to make that about the same. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm actually going to move the levels on it just a bit. I kind of want that gold a little bit darker. So really light gold color. While we're doing this, I'll just make the other, well, let me think. You have to think about your HUD now. When you're in doing this kind of stuff, always think about the HUD style that you're going to do. I feel like this is a little bit grainy, so I'm gonna go in here to just sharpen it one time. Did that do anything? Try again. Okay, I don't see that it's doing anything at all. That's, well, yeah, I guess it's a little bit better. Okay, so I don't see the wrinkles as much as I want to, so I'm going to duplicate this light layer and put it on top, and I'm going to switch that to overlay. There we go. That looks a little bit more realistic. I am going to lighten it just a tad. Okay, now we can actually bring this inside Secondlife and just have a test, okay? So the top is from Creative Studio, I can tell you that much, it's new. I've already released one of these, so I'm going to call this GG Bandana Test. I've been watching, I don't know if you guys watch her, but I've been watching Gigi Gorgeous like crazy on YouTube lately, and that's where I came up with the name. Because I was making these pink and I was like, this looks like something she would wear. I'm gonna actually duplicate this one more time to give it a better, like a t-shirt type of look. I felt that it was it's too light. And of course it's not really showing up here on the straps, that's okay. So I'm going to give this a save and then save the JPEG again, and then we can go in World and apply these textures. Alright, you need to park your ass on a pose stand. Don't you love the way I talk to myself? Okay, so I'm going to zoom out because I got to take my top off and not really trying to show everything. What am I wearing? Okay, this phone needs to come off because it will override everything. And my cross top, I just want to do a test run, so I'm just going to put the one in the box on, and then while I have it on, as you can see, I double clicked it and it's actually on my body. I know I'm far away, but you can right click and go to edit, and then in this window right here you click it. Mine takes a minute because I have too many textures, and you click local and then add, and then find your texture you want to test, click that and press OK. Now let's zoom back up to me again. Oh my god. When mesh fails you, hold on a second, it's because I zoomed out so far. Oh lord, look at my hair. Uno momento. Come on, SL. Really, right now? Right now? You're gonna break right now?
Bruh.
So basically, if this ever happens to you and you want to fix it, go in your Worn tab, find the object, and then highlight it, you know, right click, and press edit, and it should pop back out. Yeah, there we go. Stupid SL making me look dumb. You know what, guys? I lucked out. I thought this was gonna be harder. I was like, oh, I'll just show him this one because this might be difficult to fit, and it effing fits perfectly. Give one moment, please. One moment, please. Ah! I did set it up correctly. When you don't know if you set something up correctly. Okay, so basically all I'm gonna do, since I set it up like that, and I can basically change the color to whatever I want, is I'm just gonna swatch each color, each of these colors, and see how it goes over here. See if I can make it pretty close. That's not dark enough. Actually, you know what I'm gonna have to do? Slide this in here a little bit. Okay, so it needs to still be a little bit darker. I just want to get it close. It's not going to be exact, but around the same color, just because, you know, I've released these in several different styles, and I just have OCD, and I just have to match everything. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. You know what? And that maneuver right there, it just blinked, and I feel a crash coming. So we're just gonna make sure that's saved. Who is IMing me? Nope, that's not from me. That's a group. Okay, so let's go in here. And okay, that was weird. What are we doing here? What are we doing? GG, bandana, charcoal, JPEG. Okay, so on to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next. I'm in a really good mood this morning. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up a little while ago and was like, you got works to do today, yo. I can't go instantly playing my video games like I usually do. So I'm just gonna, I'm eyeballing this, which probably shouldn't do that. I probably should just slide this over and quit playing. Darker. What the fuck? Hold on a second. Wrong window. Oh, I remember why these have to be exact. I matched these to, you know what? Hold on a second here. Too much. Hold on. I want these wrinkles to be more prominent. Not that prominent. I'm just looking at something, don't mind me. If it works, I'll explain it. If it doesn't, then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Change this back to 88, I think is what, oh really? 88. Okay. I remember why. This has to match perfectly because I actually matched these with Pink Hustler's hair that has bandanas. That's why I want it to match perfectly. That makes sense. Okay. So I'm... Woo? Okay, so I'm getting confused. I'm gonna copy this color because it's not the same color that's here. And that does not look correct at all. Maybe because that needs to be right there, or here, or here. Nope. Here. Ooh, it's gonna be one of those days. I can feel it. Okay. Alright, that's probably good. So I'm gonna change this to, I don't know what this is, the purple? I think it's pink. It's not, it's purple. Okay, let's try again. Purple. Alright, now we're gonna do the pink one. Alright, so go back to this layer. I know I'm kind of like, if I'm doing this fast, I'm sorry. Like, I'm bad. I'm trying to teach myself how to be a teacher. Does that make sense? Like, no, because I'm not good at really explaining. I'm hoping that everybody has enough Photoshop knowledge maybe to follow what I'm doing. But basically right now all I'm doing is color matching. It's pretty basic stuff. And when I try to color match the strings, I'm looking at this texture right here. So I'm just trying to, I'm eyeballing it basically. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm just saving, and we'll, you know, go do the HUD after this. So I'm just going to drag in all of the images. Oh, and remember I said I might throw another sharpen on these. Let's see what that's going to look like before I do this. Because if it's going to look good, then I need to resave everything. I like it. Okay, let's look at the next one. Yeah, that's what that needed. I'm not sure if you can see the difference. It just gives it a little bit more, just a little bit more definition, and I like that. Everything gets a little bit darker. It looks a little bit more realistic. I love Topaz Labs Adjust. That was the best. I can't remember how much it was because I bought it a long time ago. Let's go look though. We can go look, see how much it is. Topaz Labs Adjust. $50 right there. And I did actually purchase, I didn't do any cracks or anything like that because it's the best thing ever. This company has the best plugins, filters for Photoshop, hands down, love it. I have a lot of their products. So come here, Topaz Labs, TOPAZLABS.com. Good Photoshop filters. Okay, so I'm just going to resave these because I put that filter on top. And I would like to keep that look. Okay, so I've got those all resaved with the filter on top. So basically what I'm just going to do is I just want to take a crop of, just to make the swatch, just to show that the color and the design, and once I'm happy with what's in this little window, I'm going to press enter. And now that's the size of the picture. Next, I'm going to locate a template. Here's a good one. This is my template for my HUDs. I use the same one every single time. I make sure that I copy like the layer styles and all that kind of stuff because I do use the same one each time. Okay, so we can go ahead and close out of that. And we're going to make this about there is good. Yeah, and I'm just gonna drag this out. I do 2 or 3 spaces in between each one, and that was a fail. 1 second. So as you can see, 2, 3. I press Control to deselect and then slide again. 1, 2, 3. Control to deselect and then I slide again. Control to deselect and then slide. Same thing all the way through. Okay. So then I'm just going to highlight all of the layers and I'm going to press Control E. That makes them all one layer. And then I'm going to press Paste Layer Style because I copied that from before. I'm just going to bring this down to about there and I'm done. And I can come in here and save it. We're doing this for a event. So AlterEgo GG bandana HUD. And give that a save and make a JPEG. Okay, now we're ready to go in Secondlife. And upload everything. Make sure you do not upload your PSDs because it will error. And we'll let that run. GG top. Be like, that is not what we're coming here for. We want to learn how to texture. Did I say Dahlia top? GG top. For fuck's sake. Alright, I don't think I can do that. Hang on a sec. Oh, yeah. Okay. It worked. I thought I needed the tag on the drop here. Alright. So these are the sizes. Oh, well, yeah, I'm recording right now. Okay, this is due to a fair level of OCD. Everything has to be completely straight. Since I've already made these before, these aren't, you know, coming from the full permission folder. I've already scripted, they've already been labeled, but since I'm doing a new HUD on them, you need to take all the scripts out. So we're going to remove scripts. Okay. And I'm going to create a box next to it for our HUD. And I'm going to come in here and go to our textures and then find the head texture and plop it on. Let that load. Okay, now I'm going to make another box so I can cover the buttons to make, you know, on the swatches. See how, like, it was a fairly easy edit, but it's still very time consuming. If that texture wasn't easily laid on there like it did, then, you know, I always think that, you know, coming in and doing your textures and your HUDs, for me it takes me about an hour, even if I have 20 textures. But again, that is 7 years of doing the same thing on repeat. So I'm just gonna come in here. I want to make these swatches transparent. So while I have the whole thing highlighted and edit linked parts, I'm gonna press Control, and I'm gonna hit the big box to where the only things selected are the swatches, and I'm gonna change their opacity to 0, and then I'm gonna exit out. There we go, all ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna be working with the description line again, and because I didn't make different textures so we could do faces. I just want to texture the whole piece of mesh, one texture. So what I've needed to do is I've labeled each piece of mesh 160. 160 is what I've labeled it. So this is how we're going to texture it. You're going to come back to your HUD, you're going to select, do edit linked parts, and go ahead and select all of them because this is going to apply to each swatch. In the name section, I burped again. Oh my goodness. Every time I do these videos, I burp, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? I only drink water. Okay, so in the name field, you're going to type in texture 160. Or whatever you named your mesh, okay? If you didn't name it 160, then you would type it texture 400 or whatever number you're at, okay? I'm going to press tab just to make sure that it all takes. And then I'm going to come back to my textures and I'm going to go ahead and just plug them in. Right click, copy UUID, and I'm going to plug them in, edit link parts, click the swatch, and you're going to put that in the description field. This is the easy way. When you're not dealing with faces, this is the easy way. So I'm just going to go through here and it's rinse repeat. Copy UUID, paste it in the description all the way across. All the way across. And the wider, because I don't even think wider is a word. Okay, so we need to put the scripts in now because this is not going to work without them, obviously. So I'm going to write here AlterEgo GG top bandana HUD. And you want to make sure you change your perms to copy, no transfer. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to drop in those scripts. Remember, for the HUD, it is license first, then master. And then when you come over here to the clothing, it is license first, then slave. Remember, I advise just to drop them in separately to avoid any errors because Secondlife is a piece of shit program and it will start tossing errors and you will want to throw this shit over your platform and hopefully smash on some innocent shopper down below. Just do them separately. Okay, so again, since I've already made these, I'm going to leave the code that it gives in the description all alone. It's fine, but I do need to change the description on the HUD. So you want it to match only the numbers. Don't worry about the code at the front. You want that to be 1, and then you want that to be 2. The first number is the channel you're working on. The second number is the anti-res script. Perfect. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go ahead and give us a reset. Reset on scripts. Right click about 3 times on that and reset the scripts. And we're going to come in here and do the HUD and test it out. Are we working? We're working. Okay, perfect. Okay, so at this point, you have to come through your HUD and your mesh pieces, and you must delete the license script. Always remember to delete the license script. I heavily emphasize this. Oh, thank you for some money. That was much appreciated. Always delete your license script, guys. Every single time somebody IMs me and they're like, this isn't working, it's no mod, no copy, no transfer in my box, I can't do anything with it, it's always because you need to delete the license script. Always. So now that I've done that, I'm going to give us another reset because, I don't know, Secondlife forces me to do this for whatever. I don't know if this part breaks on y'all, but it does on me. So I'm just going to give it another reset, and then I'm going to pick it up. Okay, so everything's ready to go. I just need to put the HUD on. So what I do with my HUDs is I always attach to the center. Now, this isn't necessarily always going to be the face, which it's not in this case. It's not the face that I put the swatches on, and this is how you know. In this case, you can see the swatches are on this side, the buttons that I made. They're not on this side. This is one of the empty sides. So in order to turn it, you just need to press Control. Your rotation wheel will pop up, and then you just move this to the right. So now, if you did edit link parts, you should be able to click on each button. That would let you know that it's facing the right direction. And I'm just going to kind of, my HUDs are big nowadays. They used to be really, really small, but people are like, I can't see, so now they're big. I'm going to pass this off to my alt because she's in every single picture with me, and I will speed forward and show you guys how I do my ads because that's something else that people ask me for. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've got both of the girls dressed and ready to go. And usually what I do from here, actually, I moved this stuff last night, so let me fix something. I need them to be like a little bit further up. And I'm gonna fix the background. It's gonna look kind of ugly, but I only need it to work for their proportion. Okay, so what I do from here, I'm not real worried about the bottom half of them because it really is, it's all about the top on this ad. Plus their shorts aren't even mine. So I'm not going to show them as much as the tops are being shown. And also this pose makes me look like I have a camel toe. That is not appropriate. So what I do from here is I'm going to press Control-0 a few times. Thank you, Vermone. And just like that, okay? It just zooms in the camera angle. And actually I need to move Toxxic in more because I don't like them to be too far apart in the ad. I want them to be pretty close up. And I actually am gonna leave their faces in it. see how this is a pink hustler hair, and you know, I matched this stuff to match her stuff because I love her. She's such a sweet person, and just showing support for her store. So yep, I just want the background to be in proportion. Excuse me, see, what is wrong with me? I have like acid reflux or something. Excuse me. I'm gonna throw a lipstick on Toxxic. So I'm going to my go-to. I'm gonna go with number 10 on this one. And do I have, yeah, I do. 1 second here. This is a little cosmetic shit that you're probably like, hello, this is not what we want. But it has to be perfect, and I'm a stylist, so it has to be perfect on my end for, you know. I used to do really fancy wind lights, but I don't do that anymore. For one, I don't have them all loaded. I found that, like, sometimes hang on, my battery's going dead. I found that sometimes my viewer would lag real bad if I had, like, a bunch of them in there. I had, like, thousands. So now I'm just using Starly settings. That's fine. It's a good look for summer, I think, and since everything I've been creating lately is all, like, summer-based, that it totally works. Totally works. Makes everything pop. So let me take a look here and make sure nothing is poking out, nobody's arms or boobies are showing. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and just take the picture. So you come down here to your camera, wait for it to reset. These are the sizes I always run, 4000 by 2352, and I'm going to save this to my desktop, or the folder rather, where I have the GG top saved. Easy? Pretty easy. So open Photoshop up again. And I do have a preset template that I use over and over again for my ads. So I'm just going to open the last one that I made up, and here it is. I'm going to copy the layer style on these, because what I've been doing lately is it kind of looks like pictures are thrown down. So I need to go ahead and copy that. So basically, all I do is take the picture that I just made in Secondlife, and I just drag and drop it to the template. I need to move this down. This is where the first layer starts. This is like just a film grain layer. So I just need to drag this and reposition it to where the girls fit inside the window. And basically all I did was Control T to transform, and I'm holding down Shift while I drag left and right to reposition this, or sorry, resize it. The reason why I hold Shift is because it keeps the proportions perfect. If you don't hold Shift and you start to drag around, your aspect ratio is going to get all screwed up. So you want to keep them the correct size. So basically, you just fit inside the window and press enter. Looks good. The only thing that I do from here usually is I go ahead and throw a sharpening on them. It's not too much, but it gives a little bit of something to the picture. Her eye is going off, but I don't care. So yeah, that's how I do the picture basically. It's pretty easy. I have it set up like this so I don't have to take tons and tons and tons of time. So basically just what I do from here is I make duplicates of the picture and kind of just arrange them randomly. Like so. Make it look like some pictures thrown down, and I just put a little bit of a highlight around it just to make it pop a little bit. I'm actually going to change the color on this one. Just a smidge. There we go. Just a little highlight around it, just to give it that extra oomph. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and just put another layer of the whole picture on top because I will be using it for something else for my Flickr pictures. Which, if you want to know how I do my Flickr picture, I can show you that too. While I'm in here. Okay, so I'm just going to label it AlterEgo GG Bandana Add. And then I'm going to save that as a JPEG once it's done being a diva. Okay, so now I can show you, I'll show you how I do my Flickr ads because I've restarted a new Flickr. So basically this is the template that I have ongoing for my new Flickr ads, and also this gets used on my blog. So I'm gonna come here. I need to grab we'll just grab these like this, okay? We don't even need to go back to the other one. I needed to grab the HUD and I needed to grab the actual vendor ad. So basically all I do is the same thing. I just drag that over, go down with it, I guess. Yeah, and I need to make this fit in this window right here. So same thing as before, shift and drag down, so about there. It's okay if it's a little off, I'm not that big of a perfectionist. And then I just drag in my HUD, and I basically just place it over the last one that was there. Perfect. I think I'm just going to change the color slightly. So like, nothing's speaking to me. That's fine right there, I guess. So that's it. That's the graphic that I'm gonna use for Flickr and my blog. GG Bandana. So there we have it. I think that's it. Everything else I do from here is just going back in Secondlife and applying these textures to binders and then doing all my social media marketing, which I'm not quite done yet. If I decide what I'm going to do as my second exclusive for Suicide Dolls, I will come back and make a video for it later on this afternoon. But right now I have no idea what other item I'm going to make with this. So I hope that this helps. I feel like I kind of ran through it pretty fast. I have been rambling for an hour. So anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that the tutorials help you, or at least give you a guideline to where texturing mesh clothing can be a little bit easier for you. I feel like this one was super simple because that bandana pattern worked so well the first time I positioned it, but as you can see, just because it was a really easy texture to throw on, it still took a whole lot of time to get the job done. So that's totally normal. If you are not super speedy at this kind of stuff like I am, it's okay. You will be in 7 years. It just takes a lot of time, and it is literally repetition every single day, doing the same things, testing stuff out. It's trial and error, and I just encourage you to keep going. Don't quit. Definitely take breaks, but don't quit. Come back and keep trying until you get the end result that you are looking for. Anyways, I am Toxxic Rhiannyr. I own AlterEgo and Secondlife. If you like my videos and enjoy my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you would like to enroll yourself in notifications, you can hit the bell button on this video. It will put you on that list. If you like this video and it helped you out, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!